Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the black Mega Bozo Tractor Chelsea boots from Rick Owens. We're going to look at the box and the packaging. We will then look into the material, overall conception and price. Then we're going to look at the sizing, and finally we're going to look at ways to style that amazing boot. So first with the box and the packaging, so obviously it comes with that classic large Rick Owens branded box in that classic gray and green color. It is very rigid, as you can see, and it also comes with that classic tote bag from Rick Owens branded with his signature. In addition, the boot was super well packaged with a lot of tissue papers in order to protect the shoes. So let's talk about the material, overall conception and price. I think the first thing is to kind of break down the name of that item. So black Mega Bozo Tractor Chelsea boots. It's quite a mouthful. So black obviously because it's a true black. Mega because it's the high top version. So there's one that is a little bit shorter. This one comes almost halfway to the shin. Bozo because it's the name of the style. Tractor because it has that massive tractor sole that kind of looks like a tire from a tractor. And Chelsea boot obviously because it's that classic aesthetic with no laces and an elastic that allows you to kind of slip the boots right away. So in terms of material, the boot comes in calfskin and it's actually quite rigid. I thought it would be a little bit more subtle, but it's actually quite rigid, and it comes in a very textured black. So it's quite beautiful, also with that tractor sole that kind of makes the look very, very rough, very sturdy, and gives that kind of rugged aesthetic. Now in terms of pricing, it's $1,250, so quite a steep price, but I think it's quite worth it for a boot of that quality from Rick Owens. Now in terms of sizing, so as you might know, I usually wear a size US 10.5, 11 or Italian 43.5, 44. I ended up going with a size 44. However, I would say that those fit relatively large. So in my case, I think that 43.5 would have been the perfect size because they do tend to fit on the larger size. So with that in mind, I think that going half a size down, or with your, I guess, lowest size if you're in between two sizes, would be my recommendation. Now in terms of styling, obviously I feel like those boots are super versatile, and in that first look I decided to go a look that was a little bit more current. So I took my cargo pants from SS20 Rick Owens. So I think those cargo pants work obviously super well. I also had the Jan Van Essche t-shirt in white. And as you can see, it's a super simple look, quite fitting, and it gives a little bit of a military vibe, but I think it works very well for that type of boot. So for the second look, I went with something a little bit more layered, something that was obviously an all black look. So here I have my Julius Harlem pants from a previous season. I have a top from Thom, and this beautiful, amazing Yohji Yamamoto cardigan in wool that is super flowy, that I think is one of my favorite pieces. And obviously this is something that is, I think, a little bit more refined, but still very accessible. I like how the pants are getting in very nicely with the boots. So in that last look, I went with the Rick Owens jeans, the crop jeans that are a little bit coated, with a tank top from Krom and a bag from Rick Owens from a previous season. Obviously, I think this look is quite summery, it's nice. And what I like about the jean is that they fall slightly over the shoes, so you can still see it quite well. It's one of my biggest pet peeve when you have a pants that cover almost the entirety of the boot. To me, the purpose of having such a nice boot is to have something that you can show, that you can see. So with this one, it's actually quite interesting where you see most of the boot and it's still that flowy aesthetic. So please leave a thumbs up, comment, let me know if you have any questions. I respond to absolutely everything. And also let me know what content you would want me to do. I have a ton of different items here from Rick Owens, Yohji Yamamoto, Isabel Benenato, Julius, you name it. I don't know also if you're interested more into footwear, ready to wear. So really, please let me know. It would be a pleasure to do a video on something that you're interested in. So until next time, have a good day.